Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to tackle a topic that, let's be honest, so many of us find tricky: saving money. We're going to look at how you can build a real solid savings habit, even when it feels like you've got absolutely nothing left to give. So let's get right into it.
Okay, let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You know you should be saving, you want to save, but when you look at your paycheck and then look at your bills, it just feels like a luxury, like something for other people, right?
And this is the feeling that stops so many people in their tracks. It's not that you don't have the desire, it's that after everything is said and done, you look at your account and there's just nothing. It's a really frustrating place to be.
Well, the first thing you need to know is if that's you, you are so not alone. That whole can't save feeling is an incredibly common hurdle. But what if we've all been thinking about it the wrong way?
Yeah, let's get this straight right now. This has nothing to do with you having weak willpower. The old school advice to just put away a big chunk of your paycheck simply doesn't work for most people's lives. The problem isn't you, it's the method. So, it's time for a totally new game plan. Let's talk about something called microsaving. It's a whole new way of thinking that's actually designed for real life. And trust me, it can completely change everything.
So, what is it, really?
Well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. We're not talking about finding hundreds of dollars to stash away. Nope, we are talking about saving tiny amounts. $1 here, 50 cents there. But the key is doing it often, and even better, automatically, so you barely even notice it's happening.
And when you put the two methods side by side, the difference is just night and day. Traditional saving feels like this massive, intimidating mountain you have to climb once a month. But micro-saving, that's all about taking tiny, easy steps. It feels achievable because it actually fits into the budget you already have. No massive changes needed.
Okay, so that's the big idea. But let's get to the good stuff. How do you actually do this? How can you put microsaving into action like today? One of the absolute easiest ways to get started is with something called the Roundup Roll. You just link your bank card to an app, and every time you buy something, say a coffee for $3.50, the app automatically rounds that purchase up to $4 and sweeps that extra 50 cents right into your savings. It's literally saving on autopilot.
And hey, if apps aren't your thing, no worries. There are plenty of other quick wins you can try. There's the $5 bill challenge. Anytime you get a 5, you just put it away. You could skip one fancy coffee a week and save that money instead. Or even pause a streaming service for a month. Heck, a good old-fashioned coin jar still works. The point is just to find one small thing you can stick with.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Seriously? What's a few bucks a week really going to do? Well, let's actually run the numbers. I think you'll be surprised by the impact of just one of these little choices. Okay, check this out. Just by saving $5 a week, the cost of that one coffee you decided to skip, by the end of the year, you'd have $260. That's a real, tangible amount of money, and it grew from a change you probably didn't even feel. And that's the real secret here. It's not about the size of the deposit. It's about building the muscle, building the habit. The real power comes from being consistent, from making these small actions just a normal part of your life. So how do you make it stick? This chart breaks it down perfectly. A huge chunk of it is automation, setting it up so you don't have to think about it. Another huge chunk is just pure consistency. But don't ignore that last piece, mindset. You have to celebrate the small wins. Every time you save $1, it feels good, and that positive feeling builds momentum and makes you want to keep going. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? A small habit, once established, is more powerful than a large goal you never start. We get so intimidated by these huge goals that we end up doing nothing. But a tiny saving habit that you actually do, that will always win. It's all about progress, not perfection. So let's zoom out for a second. We've seen what these small bits of change can do in a year. But what happens when you just let these tiny habits run for years? This is where it gets really, really incredible. If you manage to save just $2 a day, after 1 year, you've got $730. Stick with it for 5 years, and that's over $3,500. And in 10 years, you're looking at over $7,000, all from a habit that costs less than a cup of coffee. That's how small change builds a big future.
Those numbers might seem huge right now, but remember where they came from. They didn't come from some big, dramatic financial overhaul. They came from a single, small, repeatable step. You don't have to figure it all out at once. You just have to start.
So I'll leave you with this one question.
Forget about next month, forget about next year. What's one small, tiny, almost unnoticeable step you can take today to start your own micro-saving journey? Because that's where it all begins.